All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there toiling in his truth. I'm Pathakamoth GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit lesson. And I think I'm going to entitle this one, Spiritual Wisdom is Better Than the Wisdom of This World, man. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual wisdom is better than the wisdom of this world. You know, and the main reason being, you know, the Lord ain't with the wisdom of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, Job 9:24, you know, and he's the one ruling right now. So right now, wisdom of the world is left-hand wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Which they're the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? The spirit and vibration in the earth right now is all left hand, you know, lies, deception, evils, you know, just everything, nothing good, man. You know what I'm saying? The only good in this world right now is the elect, man. You know, the men of the Lord that are pushing this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, man. You know what I'm saying? Which came on high from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, it's a gift. Faith is a gift. This knowledge is a gift, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord condemns the wisdom of this world, man. You know, he says it's foolishness. You know what I'm saying? It's not real wisdom. You know, so without any further ado, I just want to get right into this thing. You know, this is 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, first chapter, and we're going to jump down to verse 18. And we're going to read a couple of verses down. And as you see in the heading right there, it says the wisdom of the Most High, man. So 1 Corinthians 1:18, it says, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness. And the preaching of the cross is this knowledge that we have, that we're preaching, man. This is the preaching of the cross, man. Real wisdom. You know, the churches, this devil's religious sect doesn't have the truth, man. Christianity is not the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Catholicism, which all of it branches and stems from Catholicism, you know, whatever, Egyptology, all of it, you know, it all Baptists, it's all a farce and a lie, man. It all stems from the Catholic Church, which is the false prophet that the Bible speaks of. You know, the Pope. You know, the Pope has no connection to the Most High, man. You know, he's part of that false prophet dealing with the Catholic, you know, Catholicism, the Catholic Church. You know, that's the false prophet that the Bible speaks of, man. You know, and the Lord is not with that establishment, man. You know, so the preaching of the cross, which is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, is truth. You know what I'm saying? You get the proper names, the real, true biblical names of the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. You know, you come to find out that they're so-called black men. You know, they're dark brown men, man. You know, and the scriptures describe the Messiah as a very dark-skinned man. You know what I'm saying? Like as if you burn something, man. You know, when you go deeper into the soil, of course you can see the soil of the earth is already a dark color. But as you go deeper, it gets darker, man. You know what I'm saying? So he's a deep, dark brown man. You know what I'm saying? And all of these things, you come to learn these things as you come to learn this knowledge, man, which is spiritual wisdom. You know what I'm saying? The real wisdom. Yeah, the wisdom of this world is teaching you the lies and deceptions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, then they teach us that the Pilgrims and the Native Americans were friends and they got along. Come on, man. There was nothing but genocide. That was genocide. Hell, what's her name? Pocahontas. That wasn't a love story, man. You know, again, another lie, man. He took her against her will, was raping her. You know, it was not a love story. So the wisdom of this world is lies and deceptions, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says, 1 Corinthians 1:18, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish. See, them that perish, foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Which is the majority of our nation. Of course, the nations outside of the temple of the Lord, you know, they don't matter anyway. You know what I'm saying? So this is all dealing with the Israelites. So to them that perish is going into Israelites that don't believe, man. You know, and the majority of our people, 2/3, don't believe. They don't believe in this knowledge. They think it's foolishness. They think this is foolishness, and they believe in the word, the wisdom of the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Which the script, real quick, the scriptures go into that. And when you read in the book of Hosea, the 4th chapter and verse 6, and it reads, now when you read in Romans the 10th chapter, Apostle Paul said, my people have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. That zeal, you can see it in Jake, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake believes in a higher power. You know, Jake knows. So that zeal, man, but not according to knowledge. And here's what it says about that. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, and it reads, my people, the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent, of course, the scattered seed, which won't come looking like the average Israelite, you know, but still have that spirit of an Israelite. You know, we're talking about all of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. We're scattered among all nations of people. So Israel is going to come out of all nations of people, looking like those nations, man, in these times, man. So it's Hosea, and those things happen by that scattering over a dispensation of time. Jake, hey, we're going to procreate with these other nations, man. That's what we do. So if you can't understand that, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. You know, they don't have the knowledge. They're going to reject it. But it's going to go into it. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So there it is, man. The Lord is going to reject the majority of his people, because they're going to reject this knowledge, which this knowledge is true wisdom. This is the true wisdom, not the wisdom of the world. So we're going to go back to 2 Corinthians, or is that 1 Corinthians? Salakia, 1 Corinthians 1 and 18, and it reads again, the wisdom of the Most High in the heading. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish, 2/3 of our people. That's why Zechariah 13 and 8 says what it says. You know, 2 parts shall be cut off and die. You know what I'm saying? But the 3rd part shall be bought through the fire, left therein and bought through the fire. Roughly paraphrasing. Because the majority of our people are attached to this beast system, this wicked system, you know, of Esau. They're attached to Esau. You know, they want to save him, you know, and they believe in this government, in the things that are being told to them, man. So they believe the wisdom of this world. They believe the lies, the deception. Hey, man, Jake is through, man. So 2 parts got to be cut off and die, man. You know, they're living according to the ways of this world, you know what I'm saying, which is wickedness, pure evil, you know. That's why Jake is partaking in adultery, celebrating these holidays, you know, going to these harlot houses, you know, that they call churches, you know. Yeah, all of that, man. And they reject the preaching of the cross, this truth, man, because they see this as foolishness. And it's like it says, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish. They're going to be destroyed, foolishness. But unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High, man. So us that are saved, you know, so if you have this knowledge and you believe, that's a beautiful thing, man, because you have the potential of salvation, man. This is verse 19. It says, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. And who is that talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? It's talking about Esau, these Edomites. As a matter of fact, when you read in, let's get this real quick and we'll come back. When you read in Luke, the 16th chapter, and you drop down to verse 18, no, verse 8, I believe. Is it verse 8? Going in that unjust steward, is Luke 16 and 8. It says, and the Lord condemned the unjust steward because he had done wisely. Salakia, not condemned. Let me read that again. This is Luke 16 and 8. And the Lord commended the unjust steward because he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. Who are the children of this world? The Edomites. The earth has been given into their hands. This is their world. This is their kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They're in their heaven right now. You know what I'm saying? So this belongs to them. This is not us. That's why it says in Micah 2 and 10, tells Jake, you know, you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, this is not your rest, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake want to assimilate in, they'll assimilate into these captivities, get comfortable, and want to build and want to remain and try to make it work here, man. No, man. It's not the spirit you should be in. The Lord is going to destroy this place, man. So it says, the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. So the children of this world are the children of darkness, man, the wicked. the left hand, man. That's the children of this world, these Edomites, man. And the children of light are the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So it says in their generation, they're wiser. You know what I'm saying? So that's who it's talking about when we go into, when we go back to 1 Corinthians, the first chapter, and verse 19. It says, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, the children of this world, the children of the night, the children of darkness, of the dark, man. They're wiser in their generations than the children of light. So that's who this is talking about. The Lord is going to destroy the wisdom of the wise and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. They're as a matter of fact, that's why they call themselves, these elites call themselves the Illuminati, man. And that's why you see that Statue of Liberty out there in New York, out there in the water, holding up that torch, man. They realize that they have the light right now. They're the wise right now. As a matter of fact, there's another one in Obadiah. Let me get that one real quick. This is Obadiah chapter 1. And I'm going to drop down to verse 8. And it reads, shall I not that in that day, which we're in that day now, and these things are happening now, because Esau is bugging out, man. This nigga is tripping. Obadiah 1 and 8. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? See, there it is, the wise men out of Edom. Edom is the so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman and child. You know what I'm saying? That's the Edomites. That's the Edomite nation in the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're the wise right now. It says, shall I not in that day, which we're in that day, said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? There it is, the wisdom and understanding. That's what we're reading right now. And the Lord said he's going to destroy it out of that nation of people, man, because they're the wise. They're the holders of the light. They have been the nation of wisdom and understanding. The scriptures speak of them being wiser than Daniel, man. You know what I'm saying? So boom. And Daniel was very wise, so they surpassed Daniel, man. Why? Because the Lord gave them a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's how he was going to raise this nation of people up. So when to a height that it seems like, wow, they're unbeatable. So when the Lord brings this place down and brings them down, that's going to put that fear, the power of those names. They're going to know Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and they're going to reverence those names. The fear, man. He's going to declare the names of the Lord is going to be declared in the earth, and everybody's going to know it, and everybody's going to fear it in the coming times, man. You know what I'm saying? So going back to, and that's why the Lord raised this dude up like that. So now we know who this is talking about. This is 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 19. It says, for it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent, which is talking about these Edomites, man, which have the word, the earth in their hands right now. And they've had the light right now. The Lord is about to knock the control out of his hand, take the light and put it in the hands of the righteous, which begins with our big brother, Yahweh Shai, man. Verse 20, it says, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Had not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? And the answer to that rhetorical question is yes, he has. And you can clearly see it. These devils are scrambling. They making mistakes. They all over the place. They through, man. Because now in the beginning, when the Lord was still, from the left hand, Satan dealing with these devils, everything was going smooth and working. Now they're running into problems, which when you read in Job the 20th chapter, it goes into that. When he sits down to eat, the Lord is going to basically as a matter of fact, I'm gonna mess it up, so let me get it real quick. This is Job chapter 20, and let's drop down to verse 21, I believe. 22, Salakia. Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. That's the word I was trying to think of. Those difficulties. He's going to run into difficulties, and he's running into those difficulties now, but it's really going, in the coming times. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, and that's the common everyday laborer, man. When you read that, you can read that in James the 5th chapter, man. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. It says he shall flee from the iron weapon and the bull still shall strike him through, which is going to thermonuclear destruction. These devils about to meet their match. You know, the Lord is finna checkmate on their ass, and He gonna send them the missiles, make them shoot missiles on each other, and they're gonna basically destroy themselves and their kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Ushering in the kingdom of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, which hopefully, Lord willing, enjoying there, I can be partaking that, and boom, it's gonna be a new day, man. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven being established in the earth. So going back to 1 Corinthians, the first chapter, and verse 20 again. It reads, where is the wise, where is the scribe, where is the dispute of this world? Hath not the Most High made foolishness the wisdom of this world? Yes, He has. Verse 21, it says, for after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. Yeah, this world don't know the Most High. You know, the earth is in the hand of these devils, man. They're not teaching the Bible, the truth of the Bible. They're not teaching these people that the Most High and His Son are so-called black men. You know, they're not teaching with woolly hair. They're not teaching the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that they're the Israelites. They're the Most High's chosen people. You don't learn that in these churches. You learn that this thing is for everybody. You know, the Lord loves everybody. A bunch of lies and deceptions, deceits, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not true wisdom, man. Pseudoscience. You know, you got pseudoscience. You know, it says, for after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. Yeah, lies and deceptions, man. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching. That's this knowledge we now have, you know, since Abba Bivens, you know, High Priest Shaiquab, you know, King Masha, you know, High Priest Ariah, you know, on down to our beloved apostles, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, and Apostle Oram Lab on down, you know what I'm saying, to our elders that we have here in Dallas, and all the elders of the camps throughout, GMS and non-affiliated, you know, Salakia, those that are affiliated, which may not have the title of GMS, you know what I'm saying? All those brothers, man, you know, we now have this knowledge from those great men before us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the foolishness of preaching, man. You know, this truth, man, this knowledge to save them that believe. There it is, man. Salvation comes with this knowledge, man. This wisdom, you know, the wisdom of this world. Hey, that spirit, Salakia, this wisdom is spiritual wisdom. The wisdom of this world is not, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of farce and lies, bullshit, you know, pseudoscience, AI. You know, man, this shit finna get crazy, bro. But the spiritual wisdom is better than the wisdom of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. We're gonna keep it moving. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Let's go to the next chapter, and we're gonna drop down to verse 6. 1 Corinthians 2 and 6. It reads, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? Those chosen before the foundation of the world to conform to the image of the Son. Ephesians 1 and 4, Romans 8, you know, 28 through like 30, 31, you know. It says, yet not the wisdom of this world. Yeah, the wisdom of this world ain't gonna get you nowhere, man. It's gonna get you destroyed. You know, the wisdom of this world will get you destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, nor of the prince of this world, which is Esau, the earth has been given into his hand, Job 9:24, that come to naught, and it's coming to naught as we speak, man. And you can clearly see it. You know, these devils are through. It's over. Hang it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Chalk it up. Stick a fork in it. It's done. Okay, we're going to keep it going. I don't want to make this too long. You know, this is 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, and we're going to jump over to down to verse 18. It reads, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. You know, and again, it says, let no man deceive himself, because if you think that you're wise according to the wisdom of this world, then you're deceiving yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says he seemeth to be wise, but if it's by the wisdom of this world, he's not, man. You know, it says, let him become a fool that he may be wise. And how you become a fool? You come into this knowledge and you start teaching this truth, because this truth is not taken seriously. We look like fools to the world, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is not the foolishness. You know, that's why I said in verse 18 in 1 Corinthians 1 and 18, the foolishness of preaching to them that perish, man. You know what I'm saying? But to us, word is salvation, man. Roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, man. So that's how you become a fool. This knowledge, man. This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is seen in the eyes of this world. Fools, man. You know, we like fools out here, man. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that he may be wise, man, because this is actually the true wisdom, man. According to thus saith the Lord, man. We're reading it. You know, as a matter of fact, when you read in Isaiah, the 29th chapter and verse 16, it says, your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. That's why everybody looks at this knowledge as foolish, man. You know, everything is upside down, man. You know, yeah. Hey, bro, with this knowledge, it's a guaranteed W, man. With the wisdom of the world, it's a guaranteed L, man. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to win, man. So let's keep going. 1 Corinthians 3 and 19, it says, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. There it is, man. Yeah, the wisdom of this world is foolishness, man, because it's not a real wisdom, man. It's false knowledge, man. It's pseudoscience. You know what I'm saying? It's pseudo. It's the science, you know, which Timothy, you know, he went into that. Falsely so called. As a matter of fact, let's just get it real quick since I mentioned it, and we'll come back. What is that? 1 Timothy 6 and 20. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20. And it reads, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, which is what? This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, this truth, man. This true knowledge, this wisdom, man. You know, it says, avoiding profane and vain babblings and opposition of science, falsely so called. There it is, man. Falsely so called is pseudo. When you go on that word pseudo, it's false, man. So the science of this world is false, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. You know what I'm saying? And the majority of these people, majority of the Israelites believe in it, man. You know, they believe in science, man. That's why they trust Esau, believe in him, and always run into him for certain cures with his medicines. And then, come on, man, stop, bro. You know, it's not real. And this dog, man, showed the demons, man, Satan, bro. I came out here, was sitting here, you know, getting everything prepared. It was quiet, man. And now, since I've been doing the lesson, this dog continues to bark, man. It's crazy, bro. You know, but everything, hey, Ephesians 6, all is spiritual, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, the pseudoscience, man, you know what I'm saying? It's false. You know what I'm saying? So going back to 1 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 3:19 again. And it reads, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High, because it's not real. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Yeah, man. You know, as a matter of fact, let's get this word. Let's go into this word. Let's just go into the word and see what this word means. It's G3834. So let's just double say it.
Strong's G3834. Panorgia.
And it says craftiness, cunning, a specious or false wisdom. False. There it is. In a good sense, prudence, skill in undertaking and carrying on affairs. And that, of course, this wisdom teaches you that. That's why I said in a good sense, you know, the knowledge of the Lord. In that good sense, yeah, it's going to teach you prudence, wisdom, skill in undertaking and carrying on affairs, man, which is the elect. We're being groomed for these things to carry on the affairs of the earth. And of course, the earth will be in the hands of the righteous. So everything is going to flourish, man. You know what I'm saying? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 6 and 10. And in that, you know, the earth is going to flourish, man. You know, under these devils, the earth is destroyed, man. Hey, bro, what's that? Revelations 11 and 18, I believe, where it says, to destroy them that destroyed the earth. Yeah, the earth is destroyed right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But in the hands of, as a matter of fact, that reminds me of Ecclesiastes. As a matter of fact, let's get it real quick. Sirach 10, and I'll start at verse 4. The Sirach, Ecclesiasticus Sirach 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Yeah, because the earth is in the hands of an unprofitable servant right now, man. This dude is unprofitable. He's wrecking the earth and destroying the earth and everything in it, man. But when that one that is profitable, which ultimately is our big brother Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, and join heir with him, the first fruits or the elect of the nation of Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? To run, groom, and guide the earth in righteousness, man. Verse 8, it says, let's jump down to verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's exactly the times we're in. When the times of the kingdom, the earth, being translated into the hands of another people, which are the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let's jump down to verse 10 now. It says, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die. And the earth is in the hands of the wicked. And this dude is a long disease, man. The earth is suffering. The scriptures tell you in Proverbs 29 and 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, man. And hey, the earth is through. Everybody's mourning. Ain't nobody happy. Everybody is talking. That's why you got these uprisings and stuff. L.A., in which Trump is about to deploy the National Guard. You know what I'm saying? I think you got some uprisings somewhere else. Was it New York? Hey, these things are. I believe it's New York. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it's some things uprising, people in the streets and stuff in New York. And hey, bro. It's finna get ugly out here, man. Jacob's trouble is on the way. You know what I'm saying? And we're already in it, but it's just gonna escalate. But hey, so the wisdom is definitely going to be key in the coming times, man. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom of this world, and that's one of the main reasons the wisdom of Salaki, the wisdom of the Most High, is better than the wisdom of this world, man. Because the wisdom of the Most High is going to guide you, of course, by way of the Spirit, through the coming times, man. Isaiah 33 and 6, and knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man, because that's what brings this wisdom. You have to fear the Lord first, then you receive the wisdom. That's why it's a treasure. The fear of the Lord is a treasure, because it's going to give you the knowledge to keep you stable in the coming times, man. So everybody else is going to bug out. The wisdom of this world is not going to have the answers, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, going back now, Shalaki, that phone moving slow. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 3 and 19 again. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High, for it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. As a matter of fact, let's read that in the NLT real quick. Well, let's just parallel it. It says, 1 Corinthians 3 and 19 to the right of your screen, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Most High. As the scriptures say, he traps the wise in the snares of their own cleverness. Yeah, their trickery, their deceits, all the little tricks and yeah, man, all of that, man, So these devils are about to lose, man. As a matter of fact, this last verse, I want to just read it in the NLT. So let me take the parallel off, and I want to make the primary the NLT. So I want this last scripture to be in the NLT. So this is 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 12, because it's going to pretty much break it down. It's going to break it down. 2 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 12. Yeah, the importance, of this knowledge, man. It says we can say with confidence, and a clear conscience that we have lived with a God-given holiness and sincerity in all our dealings. We have depended on the Most High's grace, which is what gives you this knowledge, great grace, that grace, which faith is a gift through grace. You know what I'm saying? This knowledge is a gift through grace, having the names is a gift. All of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's a beautiful thing, man. It says we have depended on our powers, grace, not on our own human wisdom. Exactly. The wisdom of the world, man. It's the grace of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? That is how we have conducted ourselves before the world, and especially towards you. So this knowledge, man, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. This true knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom of the world ain't got it, man. This knowledge is where it's at, man. And this is a beautiful thing that if you happen to be a part of this, hey, bro, you got to thank the Lord, man. I thank him every day for this knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? We're in good position. We're in a beautiful, best position on the planet Earth, man, because we're the ones that have an opportunity towards salvation, man. No one else has, and that's the difference between the wisdom that the Most High's wisdom and the wisdom of this world, man. Hell, the wisdom of this world didn't do nothing for us, but got us put in slavery, man, and got us is getting us oppressed. Got Jake, and then Jake ain't got no answers, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake ain't got no answers. The wisdom of this world has brought us nothing good, man. It just got Jake out here wandering around, searching. But like the scriptures say in Romans the 11th chapter, the elect hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded, man. So, hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. Hopefully, this made sense, and hopefully it was edifying to the hopeful elect. With that, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahar Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath Shal Dawadah. Shalom.